Hey, Chickapees, Ace Man here, and I've brought some familiar friends to my home. Teresa Strasser.
Nice to be here.
And, of course, Bald Bryan.
Hello.
We were... God, did you sound gay.
Mic check.
Now, do you feel naked without your drop?
Yeah, no, I would like to be playing drops right now.
Because I'd like to hear, God, are you gay?
You're like a matador with no cape.
I know.
Just bull. Just out to be gored in the center stage. So
podcast time.
Here's what's going on. Yes, I'm having a little party, and Weezer is working as my engineer. Weezer, how's it sound to you? Because it's feeling a little tinny to me.
It's a little low. We're maxing everything out at
shut
4.
that mic off for a second.
The handheld?
No, the other mic I'm pointing to that you're holding. Thank you. That there. Now leave that off.
I think that helped.
Yeah, that helped. All right. So here's what's going on. A, thank you very much, because as far as I can tell, we're the number one podcast in America, maybe the world. And it's all because of you guys. And now we're up on iTunes, so there's no excuse, and it should only get bigger and better. The numbers from the last couple of days were astronomical, and the response was amazing. And again, it's all because of you, who are the people within the sound of my voice. You made it all happen. You spread it out virally. You did your job, and then some, and for that, I'm grateful. Now, in return, I'm not asking for anything. Just your ears. I want no money. There'll be no commercials. I'll not be getting paid. I'm getting paid by CBS, so actually if I did get paid, I would be sort of in breach of contract, and I don't even want to get paid. So this is all free, and this is all for your enjoyment, and all I ask from you for payment is to spread it around, and let's grow the brand. So Teresa's here, Bryan is here, everyone is here tonight. Everyone from the Adam Carolla Show is here because I'm having a little goodbye party. I brought everyone here, gave them a little wine. I've had a couple glasses of wine, and we're here to enjoy. So let's get caught up. Teresa?
Well, I cannot drink wine because, as you know, I'm pregnant.
And
let me tell you, it's
What?
kind of, it's a precipitous drop-off to go from, a Xanax now and again.
Right.
Now and again.
Right, snorting Xanax.
Now would be now would be AM, and then again would be PM.
Freebasing Klonopin.
Right.
And washing it down with a couple martinis to just nothing. Nothing.
I couldn't imagine.
Oh, it's brutal. I mean, the first thing when I found out I was pregnant, of course, I was overjoyed. And then I had a list of drugs for the doctor to find out which ones I could and could not take. I mean,
Right.
You can't take any. You can't even mystic.
You can't even dye your goddamn hair.
No.
Oh yeah.
I would be like, I would do a thing with the doctor. I'd be like, look, he doesn't need to be an A student. Or she. You know what I mean? She's not going to cure cancer or AIDS. Let's just work with me here. Look, I was a D student. I landed on my feet. What's the big? I mean, a couple of glasses of wine.
And then you start looking around on the internet, and if you look long and hard enough, you can find a source for anything.
Yeah.
Like
You don't think
pot's okay?
You don't think Winston Churchill's mom had a
That
couple
smoked?
of pops?
She's British.
She's British. She probably had one of those 4-foot cigarette extenders
That's right.
and a couple of brandy shots. As a matter of fact, her doctor probably told her to drink brandy
To relax.
when she had pain.
Right.
He turned out all right?
He was whatever he was.
Right.
Prime
right.
Minister.
Oh, baby.
Good enough.
Yeah,
That's
good
pregnancy
enough.
brain.
Wow, 3 days
Look,
no show. Just don't do research.
Here's the point. Here's the point. You know you've arrived when you have a bunker.
Yes,
And Winston
that's true.
Churchill had a bunker. You say what you will about Hitler, he had a bunker.
That's right.
And it's really like owning a sports franchise. It's really like, say what you will, maybe it's arena ball, who cares? He owns the Nashville Predators. You know what I mean? I mean, if you have a bunker, you've arrived in one way, shape, or form or
No,
another.
It's true. It's like owning an island.
Yeah, and Churchill had a bunker, and you got to give him that. And obviously his mom was probably a boozer, as everyone was in the
Right.
20s or the turn of the century.
Right.
And probably chain smoked, too, and he landed on his... And all our parents did all that
Yes,
crap,
I watch
too.
Mad Men. She gets pregnant, and she's very nervous, so she smokes a cigarette, has a drink, and sits in the hair salon with a dye on her head.
Right. She's fine.
It's fine.
I really don't... I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if I could give up the red wine for 9 months or just... the general numbing of the senses.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I didn't even drink that much, and I didn't think I'd miss it, but just seeing Bryan's beer in his hand and your red wine in your hand, just a little sipsy.
Yeah.
It's all it would really take. And, of course, I've never been more nervous because there's a lot of things to be nervous about, and, no, you just have to walk through it. Oh, and...
Is your doctor sick of you yet? I mean, like your doctor.
My
Obviously your
my
therapist.
OBGYN. They should make the combo.
Oh my God!
OBGYN
Can you imagine?
therapist.
Stop blaming your labia.
One, stop crying.
Yeah,
Would be nice.
How does your uterus feel? Very stretched out.
Corduroy stirrups you can sit down on and relax.
Oh, that would be so nice. That'd be so. Well, I did. I don't know if you guys will relate, but I went through my entire life without ever having a hemorrhoid.
Yes.
Oh.
When you're pregnant,
Yeah.
So I woke up in the middle of the night. Now we can swear, right?
Yeah, but you're cutting deep into my spank bank. But keep going.
I woke up in the middle of the night.
That needs a bailout.
And,
Deep fissure into the spank bank. I'm going to have to go deep now.
I'm so sorry.
I have to go back to high school.
All in favor of
They
nationalization.
ruin everything after 82.
Oh my
Keep
God.
going.
I woke up and I didn't know what was happening.
Oh no.
I mean, the
high.
pain woke me up.
Uh-oh.
Like, this is really uncomfortable, but I have no idea what's a lot of the things happening in my body I don't understand. So I had to wake up my husband
Okay.
and say, "Baby, have you ever had a hemorrhoid?" He's like, he's scared because I'm waking him up. And
I
I'm
want
pregnant.
somebody to record that as a drop.
I was like, baby, wake up and
Yeah,
say,
I know.
have you had a hemorrhoid? Yes. Does your butt kind of itch and hurt?
Aren't you supposed to have those like further down the road? I mean,
2 months
it seems
in.
early.
Well, because this is so disgusting, but you can't. This is.
Go, baby.
You can't.
No one's listening.
No one's listening except for the 300,000 people that downloaded it
mention that.
today. You can't really poop because that's another thing that happens when you're pregnant. You get constipated.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. I went like
With
3 days.
With as much as one eats, I would imagine you'd be moving a lot more.
Just eating a lot of cheddar cheese and
Oh, 'cause you're
chocolate
eating
chip
a lot
ice
of-
cream
yeah,
and
yeah.
just not going.
I had a carbuncle on my asshole.
What?
I swear to God, I've had 2 in my life. As a matter of fact, one Ray convinced me was a hemorrhoid, and I spent $9 on Preparation H and was. Look, I didn't. I've had my own. I've been down Hershey Highway and gotten lost before.
I wish I could get that as a drop.
You took a wrong turn.
We've all hit that cul-de-sac.
Oh my God.
We've hit the dead end of Hershey Highway.
The Hershey ditch.
It happened once, I think, when I was 19, and then once again, actually, just a couple of weeks after I met Jimmy Kimmel, I had what is defined as a carbuncle on my ass, but I don't mean on the fleshy part of my ass.
Yeah,
I
on the
mean,
rectum.
I mean, it almost did. I mean, on the business
Nearly killed
part of my asshole. Like, if it had
No,
been,
the tissue is
if it had
very
been,
soft
if it had been a
there.
centimeter to the right, it would have been in the hole itself and just floating, and I could have farted it away. But it was off.
1 centimeter out.
Right. I could have, would have been dead nuts center. But
I
Dare I
avoided
ask?
poop talk for almost 3 years.
yeah, I had
That's why
to,
we're here, Teresa, and not in the studio.
Ray convinced me I had a hemorrhoid. I've never had a hemorrhoid in my life. It was this, essentially the world's biggest zit.
What
guess
dare
is
I
what
ask?
it
Like
is.
a pustule or a
Carbuncle and
cyst.
Hemorrhoid. Is there a
Look up
difference?
carbuncle.
No, I will not do that.
It's one of those.
Donnie, come on, Google it.
You're not the boss of me.
It's sort of like gardening clogs. It's one of those. It sounds like what it is.
Yes, onomatopoetic.
Yes, it is. It is.
Bless
So Ray, it was the most painful because when I would walk, my cheeks would swipe each other. You have no idea.
No.
And by the way, until your asshole hurts, you have no idea.
You
that
take for granted how good your asshole feels.
it is the fucking
normally.
hub of
I
your
wi- okay.
universe. Your asshole is your hub. It really is. And you don't realize until the hub loses the grease
Yes.
or gets a bad spoke or gets a little dust in the bearings. You have no idea this is your life source.
No, and by the way, if you're sitting somewhere right now and your asshole feels fine, you should take a moment and just appreciate
Thank Uranus.
it.
Thank Uranus. Hold on. It's quiet. Okay, that's for your anus.
Right.
Because your anus
It does
is
a lot for you.
literally your center. I mean, it is your core. They talk about, core training and Pilates and all that stuff. Your anus is your center. It's your sweet spot. I mean, it physically really is. If you measured from the crown of your head to your anus and then from your anus to your heels, it probably would be, and right to left and up
Yeah.
and down and diagonally. It's literally your center.
Your physical and spiritual core.
Yes, and when your core is fucked up, you will walk.
throws everything
you
off.
pull to the right and walk in a circle.
Yeah.
And My
Why is Adam doing laps in the front room?
my carbuncle
He's chasing his tail.
He's burning a hole in the carpet.
my carbuncle was so jacked up that I actually had to call in sick to work.
Wow.
Now, I worked as a boxing instructor, so I needed my anus.
Of course.
I had the mouthpiece and the headgear and the whole anus stuff.
Sure.
But
Very revolutionary defense.
I was, and so Ray, Dr. Ray, calling Dr. Oldhofer, for the love of Christ, he'd convinced me. I had no doctor. I had
Just imagining his bedside manner.
I had no insurance. There was no doctor I could see, and if there was, I probably would have been too embarrassed
I'm
to
just
see
picturing
them anyway.
a needle and sterilizing it by
Yes.
sticking it in a lighter.
Holding it over a candle, but yes. So I did the preparation age thing for like 3 days. and
That's
it
not going to work